Happy Sunday. I want to talk to you guys about the overall market and sort of my sentiment, especially heading into sort of late February into March, right? As a full-time trader, I think it's important to, maybe dive a little bit deeper into my mindset, how I'm going to make money, as well as minimize any losses, especially during these sort of all-time high levels, right? So let's start with the S&P. What I'm looking at, guys, is that right now, if I take sort of the algorithms and the fib extensions here, right, from swing high to swing lows, you can see that we are literally at the one-to-one level, guys. This is literally the levels where institutions, they start trimming off profit, they start trimming off gains, guys, okay? Because of the fact that this is such a, I guess, golden ratio within the markets, okay? So what most institutions did was that when they bought up this 2022 sort of dip, 2023, right, they went long across these levels, and then now they're selling at the one-to-ones, okay? So they're locking in their profits, they're locking in the gains, they're also accumulating cash at this point, okay? Markets can always, right, extend, right, closer to that 382 level, the 707 level, okay? But around these sort of areas, this is when institutions, they're starting to sort of trim off their positions. They're starting to accumulate cash, smart money, all right? And why do they do this? Well, typically, when you get to the one-to-one, there's around these levels, okay, you typically get a reaction of about a 10% market correction up to a 16% typically, okay? Whenever there's a one-to-one hit up to the 1.382 hit, okay, all the way up here, anywhere around here, there's a market correction that typically follows about 10 to 16% in the future, right? So if you take a look, if we hit the one-to-one, and this is the top, right? Let's say theoretically this is the top. Here we go, right? We have a possible 16 to 20% correction. Okay, this is the next level that smart money institutions are looking at to start slowly going in, right? They'll slowly start getting in, probably like around maybe these levels here, right? Slow buys, and then they'll go a little bit deeper here, right? So just be mindful, guys. This is my sentiment that I'm looking at. If I take a look as well across sort of the monthly time frame, you can see that on the RSI, we're making higher lows on the RSI. We're at literally the top of the trend line here as well. Okay, you guys see that, right? We're at the top of that trend line. On the MACD, right, we're slowly starting to lose momentum, right? You can take a look at the histogram as well. We're making lower highs on the MACD histogram. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly as well, we're starting to show a little bit bearishness. And you can see on the MACD as well, right? We're starting to lose a little bit of this lows, right? We're getting lower highs, and we're getting this trend line support. Eventually, this trend line support's going to give, guys. Right? We might get one more up, but it's going to give soon. All right? We're testing this trend line very viciously. Okay? You can take a look at the MAGs as well. This is the ETF of the entire Magnificent Seven. Right? That includes Tesla, Amazon, Facebook, etc., etc. Take a look at the daily level, guys. Right? We have trend line support, lower highs. This doesn't look good to me. Right? At a top, that doesn't look good to me, guys. So the big tech could be in a little bit of trouble. Right? The next support would be down here. All right? So my sentiment, guys, I'm going to be very cautious, especially at these highs. I'm going to accumulate more cash. I'm not going to go crazy deep into a lot of these tech stocks right now, right? I'm just patiently waiting, guys. I'm patiently waiting. This is when institutions, smart money, they actually start to trim off their profits, right? This isn't the time, in my opinion, to go deep. Wait for a little bit more clear signals, guys. A little bit more clear price action. This looks like a top to me on the Mag 7, right? We're testing we're making higher lows if you inverse the chart, okay? So, of course, we can always bounce, right? There could be surprises where it just shoots up like that, right? And, okay, that's great, right? We can sort of wait for that dip on the uptrend to go in, okay? We can wait till it dips on the uptrend, but just be careful at these levels, guys, right? As a trader, this is what I'm doing. I'm just staying careful on my longs. I'm not looking at the Mag 7s. I'm looking at other stocks that are looking to uptrend rather than downtrend here. Okay, so